right? So this type exclusive right here, what I'm about to say here. So last year, I gave the people some information to go to the bank with, right? So here it is at the bank, and they got documents stating, that they Aboriginal Americans, American Indian, etc. Right? Long story short, the admin at the bank said in setting up their account, they had a green card status for American Indians, right? And that green card status, who else got that same status, is the Amish.
Hey, you know what, Control? I just told them that last night in Zoom. I said, when you get to a certain level and you on the right way of correcting really who you are, you get a special card from the bank.
Bingo. I was there. Bingo. We just talked about it last night.
Well, what I'm saying here is, in their actual system, when setting up this particular account, right? There's a category they have coded into their system, within the banking system, right? Now, this is the only bank that I'm aware of that did this. But I'm a software developer and all of that, so I'm aware of coding out frameworks and all. Long story short, this is a category within their system for specific designated groups. So once again, American Indian is under the same category, or within the same category within this particular banking system, all right, as with the Amish. I'm just saying that because definitely the Amish, they learn from us. They know how to produce what they produce over here. Where they come from, where they at over there, where they come from. You see what I'm saying? What their agricultural situation look like? They still riding horse and buggies over there where they come from? You know what I'm saying? They dealing with deer meat where they come from? Nah. They learn from us over here.
Everything that you is saying, bro, I'm telling you, is nothing but power in the universe. Ashe, because I just told them last night, the English got the blueprint from us, and they turned around and kept the system, and turned around and flipped it and built their own motherfucking system. And I told them that when you get to a certain way of correction, you will get a certain card from your banker. If you go everything right, they would grant you a different card, and IRS will give it to you. Man, listen here. It's a paper. It's a form. A particular form. I was enlightened about this shit. That's what I'm telling these people. Everybody is moving wrong. And I can't save everybody. I'm starting to really realize that. And it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad that our people are so asleep. And some of our people are straight dumb down. It's sad. It's sad even your own kind won't even listen to you. And now it take another individual that was not even in Zoom last night to come out and say word verbatim. This man ain't even hear me speak last night. Did he hear me speak Blue? Did he hear me speak Queen? Did he hear me speak Gems? This man wasn't even in here.
It's confirmation.
Exactly.
It's confirmation.
Confirmation. It's all confirmation. Like you said.
Confirmation.
The power is in the universe right now. Because, baby, it's what goes around comes around.
Somehow was not even in here. Y'all better listen. If y'all don't listen to me, hey, I'm just saying I'm a nobody.
Nah, you ain't no nobody. Nah, you
Empress.
It's an alignment.
You can't hey.
Let me share this to you real quick, right? Throughout my youth, right? I'm in my early 40s right now, right? So throughout my youth, I used to say, I appreciate confirmation. No bullshit. That should be one of the things I say to myself. And then, if you know me like that, then, I will communicate that like, yeah, I appreciate confirmation. You know what I mean? That's a real thing right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you know you locked in your path. When you know you doing whatever it is that you're doing, right? And it's righteous and all of that, right? And things just locking in. Like it's like, oh yeah. Oh, I just said that. Oh, I was just thinking that. Oh, I'm doing that. Da. You know what I'm saying? That's confirmation. And so with that, for me, how I be on it, yo, I honor the great spirit and the ancestors off rip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I don't speak on people's spirituality and da. But, you know, I know that I inherited certain duties. I know that I inherited certain energy, and that's why I'm still here.
Hey, you know what, Tommy? I'm gonna have to call you when I get up out of here, bro. Cause I swear to you, on my soul to take everything that you have said, everything you have said from word verbatim. I have been pushing it. I just spoke about it last night. Great rising from the universe that the ancestors allowed this brother to come back and re-deliver the message from a male perspective than a matriarch perspective. Maybe some of y'all will just learn how to get it, and maybe some of y'all just won't get it. But I appreciate that the ancestors got him up here, because everything that he done said, damn, Empress said it last night. That's power right there.
I wish I heard you say it last night. I missed it. Damn, like I was working. You feel me?
Man, I'm gonna call you because I'm about to start working like as speedily and expeditiously. If you know what I mean.
That's what I'm on. Like I rest cases off right now.
Telling them last night, we don't have time. We don't have time.
Yo, so let me just add this too, right? You mentioned something a moment ago about, you know, how it hurts to save the people, or you know, that desire, that will, you know what I mean? That's hard for sure. That's definitely hard. That's not an easy thing right there, because, you know, like I know my sensitivities, you know what I'm saying? I know my experiences, I know my background, etc. You know what I mean? I know a lot about, you know, who I descend from and what done happened to mines, etc. And, you know, I've traveled and I've seen the experiences of our people collectively, our, what I call Aboriginal American Nations peoples, our descendants, etc., our heirs, etc. You know what I'm saying? What they experiencing in all these territories. You know what I'm saying? Now, situation is, you know, I'm not trying to sound cold. I ain't trying to sound harsh. I'm not trying to speak severely. I would just encourage you to solidify yourself in self-preservation, right? Now, with self-preservation, right, that also ties into you assisting others with their self-preservation. Therefore, it's a collective self-preservation. If you're engaged, if you're interacting with someone that's not on self-preservation time, they is not on the timeline you on. That's just the reality. And it's us.
Go home, right? And it's all about when you know yourself and you have really learned thyself. When you understand, overstand who you are and your purpose, you're gonna fulfill it. You're gonna do exactly what you're supposed to do to get the job done. Then when you have amongst others, you still look forward to what you came here to do. And then things become a challenge, because those that oppresses you don't know how to take the deliverance when it's real, right? I can't keep telling you a fantasy that ain't finna happen in reality. But I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna say this in short, layman's terms. If you got a fantasy and you dreaming of what, or you daydreaming of what it's gonna be like, only you can get up and make that fantasy come into a reality. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, so I appreciate you saying that, right? So I don't want to get on story time, but I'm just going to share this example to you all, right? So some years ago, I used to live in D.C., right? and there was a neighbor across the street. It was an elderly guy. You know, I don't know his heritage, but I know he's our people. You know, I know he's American Indian, Aboriginal American, etc. Right? Anyway, I used to play chess with this dude. You know, because I used to see him going to the store like late night, early a.m., whatever. And I had met his son before I met him, and his son was like, he used to sell mixtapes back in the day, and the dude was like mad aggressive, like, yo, buy my mixtape. It's like, my background, like, nigga, you don't tell me nothing. You don't tell me to do something, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, hey, man, like, how about this, man? I looked at the mixtape when I met his son, and I'm like, I don't listen to none of this shit. And I gave him $10. Like, yo, sell that shit to somebody else, man, whatever. So fast forward, I found out that this is the father of the son that I had met that was disrespectful to me. I take you know what I mean? I take shit real serious. Anyway, long story short, I was doing roofing work, construction work, right, out there. You know, contracting and all of that. And the father said, yeah, yo, my son, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you young, you know what I mean? And he need, you know what I mean? He needs to be productive like you. Like, I like how you handle, you know what I mean? How you move, da-da-da-da-da. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm doing this type work. Like, yo, can he be up at 5 a.m.? Yeah, I'll make sure he up at 5 a.m. I said, I bet. Long story short, we working. He fall asleep with a job, end up having to let him go after like 2 weeks. You know? Dude ended up running the streets. Getting caught up in some wild criminal situations and all of that. I can't go into no details about it. Long story short, Duke ended up catching Fed time, got his house, got his father's house raided and this, that, and the other. Caught the Fed time, whatever. Yo, he got X'd out after he got shipped to a Louisiana pen, Fed pen, whatever. Fast forward, the father ended up getting beat and X'd out on his way to the same store. I had left to go to college by this time. Matter of fact, I was in LA at the time. And so what I'm getting at here is, the situation is, right, self-preservation, right? That's what I'm trying to communicate and articulate. You can't save everybody. The father was good without his son. His father knew how to live. But now his father's depressed going to the store because of what happened to his son. Had that not happened to his son, had he not been in close proximity to his son, in my logic, he would have been all right. You know what I mean? His son made his choices under the influence of whatever substances, colonization, impacts, etc. At the end of the day, self-preservation is a priority for all of us. Anybody that if you know you got purpose in this reality, within this dimension of existence, preserve yourself. Reserve yourself. You know what I'm saying? Deal with those that have these same fundamental principles. That's a priority. This is why the pale skins be winning. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the pale skin, because they all got the same principles locked in. I shared years ago, and I ain't trying to talk too much, but I'm just going to conclude with this, right? Some years ago, I introduced to this old network I was in, you know, of quote unquote Indians. Some years ago, they was elders in there, quote unquote, and I shared to them the Ku Klux Klan's creed and their constitution. I did this in back in the day. We was doing voice conferences, like, you know, I forgot what it was, like online voice conferences and all that. That free conference call, that's what it was. Anyway, I shared the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK creed and constitution, and I'm like, yo, these are our natural principles. Defense of our women and children. These is our principles from right here in this American continent, because Europe ain't never do that. That's historical fact. Europe ain't never do that. The KKK came over here, or that KKK's embedded in masonry by default anyway. They came over here and learned from us. And they all on the same page. And it ties us to their self-preservation here. They've adapted throughout the centuries from their experiences pre-immigration to their experiences after immigration, to the point where now they can play the cut. I'm gonna leave it right there. Once again, self-preservation.
I want to tell them about the KKK because I've been came across that part of the Masonic. Good teaching, good brothers, fiat motherfuckers. See, you know what? It's so crazy. That's why Martin Luther King came over here with an act. He was amazing. He seen the promised land. He seen y'all. Man, hey, and he right. He right. That's why you got something. Man, listen, they didn't never came over here and did shit. You see Thomas Edison I tried to show y'all this. Thomas Edison take credit for Lewis Lattimore work. The real Negro inventor from the North America that really invented the light bulbs. That really gave you electricity. Thomas Edison ain't ever did shit. Every person I show y'all on these newspaper articles, they're in the Library of Congress. They just not talked about. Because don't none of our people like to read. This is a serious matter. Everything this man just told y'all is absolutely 100%. The KKK is definitely based from Masonics.
And the church.
Can you drop me? I gotta go.
Yeah, in the church.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Triple K.
TikTok.
Yeah, the Triple K. Their real name is called the Christian Knights. That's why on the uniforms it's a cross on fire. No, that's a different sector.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm like, damn, they got so many of them, but yeah, I appreciate that though.
Yes, sir. They all got different sectors. You got the Shriners, you got the Freemasons, then you got the ancient and accepted Freemasons, and inside of there you got the York Rite or the Scottish Rite. You know, the ones that we talking about that's running shit, that's the Scottish Rite. You know, you gotta worship Lucifer in order to ascend to the highest levels of masonry. So somebody talking about, well, yeah, my people, man, he high up. That means shit. Either you can only go 32 on the York Rite, but the Scottish Rite, you know, so you can go 33. So, you know, it's a fraternity within a fraternity, and these are children.
I'm gonna add to that, right? So some years ago, the old network I was in, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people used to reach out to me due to the communications I used to do, and one particular guy, you know, he told me he was invited, right? And so with this American Indian, Aboriginal American information that, you know, he was aware of, that he was learning from the network and what have you. You know, he was going to the lodge with all of that, right? Mm-hmm. And it was new. They immediately rose him through the ranks. However, he broke down to me how they got the different houses, right? And each house, you gotta pay dues. It's an MLM pyramid scheme, right? Long story short. These are the games being played behind the scenes. And, you know, once again, we got to know how to identify who they are. It's not just their appearance, right? Some of them square, true. But you got a lot that don't. Some of them got the little lapel pin with the composite square. And you got others that don't. They ain't going to display none of that. But how do they talk?
I got them in my family real bad. Like, they don't even, like, I'm telling you, like, they don't even deal with me. I'm telling you because they know I know. But I'm telling you, I can't be touched. Like I got some family members that is extremely dictate higher than shit. I'm talking
Prince Hall?
They can't be nothing but Prince Hall.
Yes.
They can't be other ones.
My whole
No. There's there's other ones other than Prince Hall that like so if you're an American Indian, right, you're not treated as a Morisco or Marrano. All right, Moriscos and Marranos, they got various organizations, fraternities, sororities, etc. With Prince Hall being one of the primaries, right?
No, but listen what I'm saying.
Okay.
You right about that, but if you of color, you're not getting into the Scottish or the York. I don't give a damn who you think you are, because that's the principles that it's set on. That's why they created the Prince Hall for the colors. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get your Baphomet, Boule, and all of that. The Boule is over all of that. You know what I'm saying? These black historical colleges with the Greeks and the France and the sorors and shit. The Boule is over all of that as far as the colored people, but you can't get past that. They the gatekeepers for the white tea people that we talking about. There's not. If you read the book by Albert Pike, he let it be known that black people, y'all stay over there for the Prince Hall and the Boule, whatever. And we got this over here, but we'll let y'all in on a certain level. We gatekeeping y'all. Y'all gatekeep y'all own people, and we gatekeep y'all, basically.
Okay, so let me share this to you, because I'm with you on all of that. You ain't said nothing wrong. Let me just add, though. I'm going to contribute to that, what you just said right there. So the same way they had their societies, fraternities, etc., we had our clans, right? What they would call the lords. Over here we had what's known as clans, right? Now, I shouldn't even be saying this on here. I'm gonna summarize. I'm gonna keep it light. And by the way, I'm not a member of no organization, because what I used to do back in the day, I used to ask people off rip, male or female, are you affiliated? That'll determine how I'm gonna interact with you and all that. Long story short, the pale skins know who's who and what's what. They go by genealogy. So if the genealogy not right, you can't get in the Scottish Rite. That's for sure. You can't do it. However, if you're an American Indian, though, that's another factor right there. Prince Hall, keep in mind, that's the African Lodge. Pay attention. The African Lodge.
Everything started in Africa.
Not necessarily. Whoa, not necessarily. Hold on.
Yes, necessarily. Let
me share this one to you real quick. Let me share. Hold on. You gonna make me pull out the X-Files, and I ain't even got my documents.
I keep mine around me. Trust me.
I bet. Yo, pull it up. You know what I mean? So I'm going off the top of my head right now. I ain't got no documents in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here programming while I'm on this live with y'all, right? On this panel and all of that. So check it. Prince Hall, he was manumitted as a child, right? That means somebody paid for his freedom, right? His people's from Europe, though, right? Somebody bought him, paid for him.
That predates back to the Rothschilds, but go ahead.
Yeah, we talking late 1700s.
Go back before that.
Thank you. It go back to the start with the G. What's his name? I can't even pronounce his name. I ain't even gonna try it. It ain't no. It's like it start with a G, man. But yeah, that's a little bit higher than the Rothschilds. It start with a G.
You gotta be thinking, but
yeah, cause they went to him.
It's only two families that's at the top of this chain you talking about, and that's the Rockefellers. It's the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds.
The Rockefellers fall under the Rothschilds.
No, they don't.
Okay. Yes, they do.
Don't. No,
yes,
the
they
Rothschilds.
do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Listen, JP Morgan and Rockefeller, they came. Listen, the Rothschilds funded them. I'm telling you, I know more than what y'all think. I live around these fucking people. Fuck.
I hear you, but the Rothschilds fell off. The Rothschilds fell off.
Did not fall off. They did not never fall off. They stepped back and let the motherfucking Rockefeller take position. Because they didn't want to be in front of
That's not what happened. I got the book. I'm telling you. I I'm telling you, they fell off, man. They fell off, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, you said the Rothschilds fell off?
Yeah, they fell. The Rothschilds. I'm gonna let her finish.
The Rothschilds is following me right now on this app. I'm telling you. Looking at me crazy for giving y'all this motherfucking information. I showed everybody in group last night.
Yo, I'm gonna say this, right? The Rothschilds is one of many. You got the Borgias. You got the Medicis. Like they see up, somebody said it right there, the Medicis. You got the Orsini. Somebody said that too, right? Yep.
Yeah, that's over there in Europe.
Yo, whoa. That's specific breeds though, right? We talking about the Italian stock, right? Borgia is Spanish.
Yep.
Right?
With a G. I can't pronounce their name.
You got me going through my G list and I can't even remember you got
to go through it because you can't leave them out. It start like with a G I. I want to say G I.
Giovanni.
No. It's a very discreet name that you don't often hear.
Are they Bulgarian?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Yes. No. Yeah, see, I need geography now. Yeah, I need to know the region. Yeah. So, all right, they Bulgarian. I can't remember the... Damn, B. Man, this is throwback research for me right here. I've been on this shit about
his name start with a G. Them niggas won't... Listen, they boomed up on him. And they asked him, what do we do with these people? And how do we control them? That's all I can tell you.
Yo, I was gonna put it like this, right? You know what I'm saying? For the sake of dialogue, because this is a whole separate sector of engagement right here. Subject matter, right? Yo, these are ancient foreign systems of corruption that have rituals that is also ancient, right? I'm making some preparations, time willing, depending on delivery, for a breakdown of a lot of this. I'm not going to go into the families, though, the lines and all of that. I'm just going to be dealing with the regions because they cultivate regionally, right? Just like what we see coming out of Mexico, for example, what we see coming out of the Caribbean, South America and all of that, right? These are various groups, various factions, and they all on the same page against us. They all colonists at the end of the day.
Some of them are even your family members.
That's a fact. That's where this shit gets super sick. That's where it gets super sick at right there.
That's the craziest part. I'm just like, listen here. I can pull this shit up and show you, bro. Right now, I can get business to pull it up right now, bro. And show y'all like the Rothschilds they be in his live listening to me talk, y'all. Like everything that I be saying, like they already know who I am, everything like real nigga shit. I showed my nation last night, like, look, y'all. Look at these Rothschilds coming out. They all following me. They listening at me talk about this shit. A lot of us are related to them.
Yo, let me share this one to you, right? So, yo, with social media, it made it easier for them to identify who's who within its population that's present. It made it easier. Especially with the AI that they publicly released, right? They already had the AI before they publicly released it. If people pay attention, it was already active. Long story short, where I'm getting at, when we are sharing information verbally, talking, right? When we're typing and commenting and sharing, uploading, whatever, all of this is going to the cloud. They are in the clouds.
Yes.
They are, these algorithms that you talk about, oh yeah, you gotta get into the algorithm.
No.
Yo, what do you mean? Get with the super program? Because we got one program, then we got some other programs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like how deep you want to go into it. And meanwhile, definitely all aspects of intelligence is involved, not just quote unquote governmental and corporate. You got those that's way behind the scenes that's manipulating, holding these conferences, board of governors. Is anybody looking at the board of governors for these penal colonies that they set up in these Americas, North America in particular? Is anybody following up on that research, furthering that research and the impacts of that?
I ain't followed up on it, but I know I'm familiar about it though, but I ain't checked into it lately.
No, it's all good. I'm just saying generally. You know what I'm saying? Because the situation is, if you had a board of governors back in the 1700s and you had a board of trustees that was running the colonies, the House of Burgesses and all of that, right? Depending on where you was at, because, it was different as time progressed. But the 1600s, going to the 1700s, House of Burgesses, board of governors, board of trustees, etc. And you see how they was writing? And they knew goddamn well Indians wasn't reading that bullshit they was on. Nope, we wasn't reading that shit. Just like right now, they writing shit, the WEF and WHO and all of that shit. Like, who the fuck, what Indian is reading that shit and having our own conferences? This time I'm on.
Man, it's not none of them. Listen, this is what I'm telling you, right? Mason, you just can't. They don't go and look for they don't go and just say, oh, come on in. This is a free house of Masonic brothers. You can come on in and just join. Nah, they don't do that. You got to be appointed.
Yeah, no. That's an invite all day, just like a Diddy party. That's an invite.
Hey, that's what I'm trying to tell them. This shit gets so crucial, man. When you get all the way down to the facts of this shit, it's crazy because the Rothschilds, they part of some of our bloodline on this chat. So they like, damn, well, they getting closer and closer and closer to this information. Mm-hmm. So they finna get ready to try to, throw a monkey wrench out there. Hey, shut them down. They talking too much.
Man, they ain't spending no shit. They not spending no shit. All these Masons, all these ABC ass organizations, they ain't standing on shit. All of them just practicing sorcery. The only two motherfuckers that's really making noise in the world, Western Hemisphere and Eastern Hemisphere, is the two names we was just talking about. The Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. The Rockefellers got America and the Rothschilds got Europe. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to explain earlier. You know what I'm saying?
No, the Rothschilds go hand in hand though, because when you go back and you just do a lot of research, the Rothschilds started funding the Rockefeller. They became a power, they intermarried.
Yeah, they intermarried. But yeah. What happened was the Rothschilds was part of the old world of thinking. Mm-hmm. The Rockefellers was the new way. You know what I'm saying? The oil. They run the oil industry. They run the banking industry, the education industry. They was thinking bigger than the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds was only doing finances for the royal families in the papacy, the church. They was like, we staying firm on what we own. Rockefeller was like, nigga, we own this new shit, plus what you own. That's why the name Rockefeller.
But they was intermarrying with each other to take power. I'm telling you that. It don't matter how you make it sound. When they came across each other radar, they started building. They start intermarrying. Like real nigga shit.
No, I'm not knocking. I'm not saying. These people was married,
so of course, when you got one big ass power hand right here, because the first thing that they talk about is the Europeans came over here invading. I'm gonna be honest. When you hear and go back into them damn Library of Congress of Archives, you see nothing but Euros.
Right.
First you got to put your mind to that. Who funded them? Just like when they came up with that good ass ship of Olympia, aka Titanic. Who put that ship out there? It wasn't no goddamn spammer. The Rockefeller? They didn't put that
It
goddamn
was the
shit.
Rothschilds.
Okay then. So you better know it.
I'm saying like it's intricate details of all of what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like even during 1776, the Declaration of Independence, who you think funded that war? Who you think?
Oh, I already know who funded it.
The Indian Ink Company, East Indian Ink Company.
The Rockefellers funded it.
No, that was the Rothschilds. That's who did King George III banking. This is what I was just telling you.
And what year was this?
Why you shit the 1700s? Why you think
1776? He said.
Why you think in 1812 the British soldiers came and burnt the first White House down? Because the bankers gave America a $20 million loan. That's what made the Rockefellers move different, because they saw the opportunity, because they was funding them from over there across the pond. The Rockefellers like, nah, we finna redo this whole thing. That's why 1913 the Federal Reserve Bank was created by the Rockefellers, not the Rothschilds. They changed the whole game.
So this situation, right, like me personally, I like to show people what I'm talking about. I'm not able to do that right now. And so when it comes to these social media platforms, you know what I mean, I just like to deal with the specific aspects for awareness, in my opinion, and therefore engagement. So what I mean by that is, right, we know the Inticoterra, right? 1493 papal bull, that was King Ferdinand Borgia, all right, who was also Pope IV and VI, who also wrote King Ferdinand's letter to the Taino Arawak Indians, same year, 1493, right? Now, we got people, places, locations, and dates, right? Mm-hmm. What was their relationship to a Rothschild in 1493? Because from what I'm aware of, the Vatican, they got their own banking network. The Rothschilds, from what I understand, they came around sometime later. They're Germanic, right? And so certainly you had Germanic, Visigoths, etc., the Visigothic tribes and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
You just answered your own question.
But no. I'm saying this to the listeners. This to the listeners. Like, I know what I'm talking about. That's for sure, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate what you're saying, of course, as well. But I'm just communicating here, you know what I mean? Consolidating specific sets of information for engagement. Because the Vatican, nobody talks about, right? Yeah. Via the Vatican in Spain, right, who the U.S. has treaties with, tying back into the Spanish Asiento. Are you familiar with the Spanish Asiento at all?
Yeah, it's connected to the papal bull, the papacy.
Very good, very good. I'm happy you said that. Now, once again, the Spanish Asiento, that's for contractors, ain't it? These are contracted vassal nations. These nations that we are having problems with, like African nations and whoever else, they're all vassals and contractors, like the Royal African Company and all of that, right? The Barbary companies and all of that. Those are vassals. That's why you've seen the images of the Pope washing some African feet and some Arab feet.
But what color was that damn Pope? Because he on my page.
Oh,
the
he
real Papa Bull is on my page, and he was Negro.
Really?
What you talking about? What Pope you talking about?
You said what
the
Pope?
real Papa Bull, the first one, the one that's on my page with the red one. Click on my page and just go down my timeline. You will see.
Well,
I know who the first Papa Bull was.
Whoa. A papal bull is a legal document. That's an instrument.
I'm talking about the men with the robe, the red robe, the Negro statue, that they all surrounded.
Yo, see, now you about to crack it at something. You about to crack it at something real serious because when we run it down, who do we got? Marcus Aurelius. Are you familiar?
Yes, I am. So go get on my page. And are you familiar? Y'all better go look. I
need to go on your page. No, you right. Yo, I need to go on your page. Like I don't be yo. I ain't been on everybody's page. But let me share this one to you, right? Are you familiar that Marcus Aurelius is where the name Moor come from? Right?
Yeah, that's where the Moors get their identity for. But before him,
that's not true.
No, but what you mean is not true?
What you mean is not true, Lord?
Yeah, way off.
So mortals, there's no such thing as an Aurelian mortal? There's no such thing as Aurelian mortals or Aurelium mortem? There's no such thing as that in Latin?
I ain't saying that, but guess what?
What you saying?
You talking about Latin, right? Guess where Latin come from? Latin come from the Moors. They've been established before what you talk about. They've been established. The first Moorish pope was the Borgia. You know what I'm saying? Alexander the Sixth. That's who we've been talking about the whole damn time. That pope I just saw on her page, that's who that is. When he became the pope in 1492, they had an uproar. They was pissed off because they was like, man, a white Moor?
I just referenced Marcus Aurelius. That's 2nd century, long before the 14s, right? Ain't it?
But the Moors been around before that. The Byzantine Empire, Constantinople.
At the end of the day, it's all foreign, and these are all foreign operatives, and the Moors are known for crossbreeding with various species.
At that time, you're talking about doing the rulership. You're talking about doing the 800 ruler.
The Moors got punished during the Inquisition, though, right? Them Pels
right.
Did them
That's what the Inquisition was. They were trying to clean house.
Yeah, that was between the 12th and the 15th century. Yes, I'm thorough with this. When it comes to these Moors, I go in. I'm known for this, my God. So you ain't telling me nothing. I'm saying, generally speaking, for the listeners that are here and that appreciate quality information, all right, what the priority focus needs to be. The Vatican, Spain, and then the vassal nations and all of that. Because what a lot of Indians don't know right now is that our ancestors, right, over here, Aboriginal American nations, you got the Choctaw, you got the Chickasaw, in particular, that have treaties with Spain and the Vatican out of the 1600s. So I'm going to leave it right there.
That ain't... I don't know what the hell just happened, but yeah, man. All I'm saying is, man, the first pope that because I just went on your page, and that's Alexander the Sixth. That's the first real pope that changed the whole world that we living in right now. That made God a dollar bill, a receipt. You know, paying you 10%. Ass shit that's going on. He started all of that.
So I'm not speaking against you at all, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you saying some good things, of course, right? I'm just tightening some things up. You know what I'm saying? Call me like a screwdriver real quick. Call me a hammer on the situation, right? This is what I'm getting at. When we look at the Spanish Asiento, right? And prior to the Asiento, Spain and Portugal, they was doing good business together, wasn't they? Right?
What year though? What year?
I just referenced the 1700s, and I'm also talking about 1493.
Okay, I'm talking about before the 1700s. I'm talking about all the way back to 7-Eleven.
I just said 1493. 7-Eleven.
I got you, bro. But I was referring to
7-Eleven got nothing to do with the Americas. It has nothing to do with the Americas in 7-Eleven. I'm not a Moor. I'm an Indian. You heard?
Word.
So 7-Eleven.
So who do you think the Indians are?
Say what?
Who you think the Indians are?
Over 1,000 nations, they got shit to do with no Moors.
Yes, they do. They Moors.
Man, stop playing. All right, yo.
I'm good.
I got nothing further to say.
Listen what I'm telling you, man.
Listen what I'm telling you.
You might be a Moor, Lawrence.
I may be. I may not be. But from what I study, what I studied in history, the Moors was giving gold to all the indigenous people in North America, Canada, Mexico, which was Montezuma back then, Central America and South America. This is why the Europeans came chasing the Moors down after the Bourbon Wars.
I'm not going for that, Lawrence. I'm not saying more. I'm an
You don't have to go for it. You don't have to go for it, but you could at least. But you could at least be a scholar and listen.
How you hold on, dude. How you going to give gold to people that already got gold?
So can I ask you a question? So did the Moors,
pirates had all the gold.
Moors over here in Mount Rushmore?
They was all over this
mud.
mud.
The Mayans was really over there?
They was all over the Americas. The Moors been having dealings over here. That's why this is why.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Can I finish saying what I'm saying? This is why King Ferdinand.
Because you're being excessive right now. I got a question for you.
I'm not being excessive, bro. I can't even finish saying one damn sentence.
No. You're being excessive right now because you just identified yourself as a Moor and then you just made a false accusation.
I didn't say. First of all, I didn't say I was a Moor. I never said I was a Moor.
I got a question for you. Continue.
You can ask me any question, but I never said I was a Moor. I'm just correcting you.
You just said Indians is Moor, so you gotta be a Moor saying some shit like that.
I'm saying why I gotta be shit? Why I gotta be so aggressive and emotional?
Listen, I'm not no Moors and I don't give a damn about their ass. I'm gonna be honest, they can't even get their own fucking folks out of jail. I don't give a damn about no more knowledge. I'm not that. I'm an American Indian.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying the facts of history.
I don't give a damn about no more. I'm not.
That's cool. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just stating history. I'm stating history. This ain't no personal feelings or anything. That's like me getting mad when I hear somebody talk about Jesus. I don't flare up. I let a person finish saying what they saying because that's what a gentleman does. That's how you dialogue. That's how you dialogue, man.
Yo, you sound like
what are we talking about?
It sound like you one of them black and white boys.
Man, I don't even know what the fuck that even mean. But anyway,
man, Mason, man, you sound like you a Mason, man, talking some gentleman shit, man. What's going on, yo?
I'm a gangster in the gym, man. I'm from East St. Louis, organized crime. I speak the underworld language. I ain't no fucking Mason. I'm a goddamn G. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sharing, facts of history, man.
Let's respect each other, please.
Man, yeah. Well, let me respectfully finish saying what I'm saying. I've been trying to say it. Maybe they gonna make a brother lose his thought.
Man, yo, that was really offensive.
See what I'm saying?
That was really offensive saying that Indians and Moors is the same thing, man. I'm just saying what I'm saying, yo. That's wild.
You saying what you saying, but I'm stating factual history.
It's not factual history,
man. Show me proof. Show me proof that the Indians ain't the Moors.
Hey, yo,
just show me proof the Indians ain't the Moors.
Go to Edom online. Pull up Edom online.
I got no more on my motherfucking genealogy.
Pull up Edom online. Pull up Edom online. Right? EdomOnline.com. And look up more. That's a quick reference. And I got other references.
Man, you can go reference all you want to, man. All I'm saying is the facts what brought the Europeans over here to this side. Can I finish saying what the fuck I'm saying? Damn, can I even finish saying what I'm saying? Damn, the brother being rude. I can't even finish saying what I'm saying. Damn. When he spoke, I ain't say a damn thing. Damn, let me say something. You don't know every goddamn thing, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, respectfully, bruh. See what I'm saying? I can't even. Go ahead,
that's a problem, man. That's disrespectful, man.
No, you're disrespectful. When you speak, everybody listening, comment and shit. But when I say so, I get cut the fuck off. Like, that's disrespectful.
Because we really don't believe
you ain't the only brother that put in work. You ain't the only brother that traveled the world. You ain't the only motherfucker on this panel that get.
Man, now you projecting on me, man.
I'm not projecting, man. I'm stating facts, man.
Man, hey, yo, I never said I'm the only one that did any of this.
You sound like a Mason, man. Look, bro, ask me who I am. Don't assume nothing. Ask me who I am, bro.
I said you sound. I didn't say you whiz, didn't I? You just said what I said, right? So how did I?
Okay, 8,000 parties. 8,000 parties. Let's move around from the conversation.
Yeah, because we really don't. I really don't promote us turning each other down. You know, we don't never do that on my, you know what I'm saying? We don't never turn each other down. So, you know, we like to hear both sides. We like speak your piece, Lawrence.
I kind of lost my thought, bro. I kind of lost my thought, but all I was saying was...
Wait a minute. We listen. We all like in this situation. We should not be going this far to even discredit each other like that. I don't like that.
I ain't saying nothing discrediting about. I don't even know that, brother.
Though, but listen, Lawrence. Like listen. A lot of people. I'm an idiot. I'm not with that Moore shit. I don't give a fuck about no more. That don't come before me. What come before me was in front of me.
I'm gonna say this. The Yamasees and the Seminoles, if they can speak today, if you talk to one of them, they gonna tell you they Moors.
Well, I got a Yamasi brother that speak Yamasi right here up on this arm. Well, he ain't in here, but let me get
Moors. Them people are Moors.
Let me ask him to see a Moor.
Yeah, them people Moors, man.
Let's get Yamasi Nation in here.
This is what I'm talking. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna get energetic. Yo, yeah, I'm busy. Word.
Them people Moors. What happened is when North Africa, the Carthaginian Empire, when they lost the Barbary Wars, the Europeans chased them over here. That's when they got the green light to come up out of Europe from King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella and Alexander the Pope, the Sixth. They gave them the green light. Christopher Columbus and them, they was all Moors. They from Spain.
He never landed over here though.
He did. He landed.
Where he landed at?
I'm down for the finish the story. Sis, calm down.
This some chopping screw right here, man.
This ain't chopping screw. This is facts. When they lost the Barbary War, you can look this up. You can fact check anything I'm saying.
I am. I'm finna show you.
So when they lost the Barbary Wars,
Deanna, can you do me this?
God damn.
Hey, Deanna, can you do me this? Can you pull up King Ferdinand letter to the title Arawak Indians so we can analyze the first paragraph of that, please?
The Moors. They were Moors. That was the only way to stop it. Listen, that was the only way they could communicate with them.
King Ferdinand was not a Moor, man.
Yes, he was. All of them was Moors, bro. All of them was in the Iberian Peninsula, ruled by the Moors for 800 years, bro. Come on.
I don't even know your bloodline, B. And you talking wild right now.
I'm Pharaoh Ramses. My bloodline, Pharaoh Ramses.
Ramsey over here, baby. He over here in Tennessee.
Exactly. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
But I'm saying though, but they not Moors though. They not what the fuck you said. No, they're not.
Just listen to what I'm saying, sis. I'm giving you the timelines and everything. You can fact check everything I'm saying. When the Moors lost the Berbers.
Where your source at? What source you use? For me to fact check this. I'm the one that's gonna get into it. What source? Tell me where I can go and fact check this. Don't give me no Chat GPT. I need where archive I can locate this shit at.
You would have to check the naval fleets of America, because that's when they sent the naval fleets to fight the pirates of the Caribbean, which was the Moors. And they was in tune in Barbados, Bahamas, and all of that shit. And go look up the Seminoles that was in Florida at that time, because the Moors knew that the fleet was coming, the royal fleets was coming. They gave them all the gold. They tried to spread all the gold out in North America, Central and South America.
I know what you're saying right there. That's not right. The Seminoles, that's not right.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm finna bring out.
Go track it down. I'm telling you.
Listen, let me play this for you real quick though.
First of all, he never discovered America.
Hold up.
Christopher Columbus wasn't who you thought he is. First of all, he never discovered.
And I ain't even talking about Christopher Columbus.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
That's why the Americas are called America, to honor Vespucci. You can't even imagine who the real Christopher Columbus was. No wonder they want to cancel him. And after you hear who he really was, you're going to want to cancel him too. He wasn't some brave explorer like we all thought he was. So to start, he wasn't this brave explorer that discovered America. He was a lost navigator chasing gold, power, and fame. And his mistake changed the course of history forever. In 1492, Columbus didn't set sail to discover some new world. He was trying to reach Asia, the wealthy lands of India and China. He set sail west, across the Atlantic. You see, the Spanish were desperate to reach the same levels as the Portuguese. Portugal was their rival and had a lot more wealth. So Spain agreed to grant Columbus's wishes. And in return, he promised gold, riches, and converts for the church. This is when he left Spain with 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Now, in school, they taught us that these were grand big ships that went to explore the other world. But that isn't true. They were tiny wooden caravels, barely seaworthy. And after weeks of drifting with terrified men that were ready for mutiny, they finally spotted land. But it wasn't Asia. It was the Caribbean. Now get this, he thought he'd reached the Indies. So he called the people he met Indios. People weren't Indians, they were the Taínos. They were a thriving civilization spread across the islands of Hispaniola, Cuba, Puerto Rico, and the Bahamas. The Taínos were gentle farmers and artisans who lived in organized villages. They worshipped natural their resources freely, and when Columbus arrived, they welcomed him. They offered him food, gold trinkets, cotton. Unfortunately, those gold gifts sealed their fate. That was their ruin. Columbus wrote in his journal that they were so kind, excellent servants, or the better use of word, excellent slaves. And why do I use that word? Because within months, he enslaved them. And if someone didn't obey their command, he'd cut off their hands. Really nice guy, right? Yeah, no. And he demanded gold quotas from every man that was over 14. These were children. And those who didn't bring enough gold, that didn't meet their quota, their hands were chopped off. Insane. That wasn't it. Others were hanged and some were burned alive. He made examples of them. And then he set up these camps. These were called encomiendas. They were forced labor camps disguised as farms. And in these farms, the Taíno were worked to death. But it's not over. Women were taken as concubines and children were offed or sold if these people couldn't meet their quotas of gold. Unbelievable. And all of this, it didn't happen on just one island because Columbus's voyages took him all over these lands. His first voyage from 1492 to 1493 led him to the Bahamas. He explored Cuba and Hispaniola. And there he established the first settlement in the Americas called Navidad. But when Columbus returned, he found all of his men because the locals had offed them. And Columbus was amazed at their brutality. Oh, wow. They don't want to be enslaved and tortured? I wonder why. This is why from 1493 to 1496, he got a lot more men and 17 ships. He gathered soldiers, priests, and colonists. They weren't explorers, they were conquerors. They brought dogs, chains, weapons this time. And this is when Columbus ordered the mass capturing of the Taíno people. Over 500 of them were captured and shipped off to Spain as slaves. Hundreds of them died en route, and their bodies dumped in the ocean. Columbus's third voyage of the dark truth of his barbaric behavior was in 1498 to 14500. This is when he reached the northern coast of South America, what is now modern Venezuela. And this is when he finally realized that he wasn't in Asia. But instead of turning back, oh no, he doubled down and said, I need more slaves. Get them all. So he got people to do his forced labor to go and dig up all of this gold for him and bring it back. Again, if they didn't meet their quota, he would chop off their hands, burn them alive, public executions, all for example. And he was very barbaric about these things because he wanted to crush any future rebellion, like what happened in his first trip. Look, even Spanish officials were horrified at Columbus's behavior, okay? To the point that he was literally arrested and sent back to Spain in chains. Did you know this? So even this lesson, he learned nothing, and he went on to his 5th voyage. This time it's 5th. Did you know this? But he was still obsessed, so even this lesson, he learned nothing, and he went on to his 5th voyage. This time it's 1502 to 1504. Still obsessed, he returned for the last time. This time landing on to his 5th voyage. This time it's 1502 to 1504. Still obsessed, he returned for the last time. This time landing on the shores of Jamaica. He was sick and bitter, but he clung on to this belief that he was chosen by God to bring salvation to the New World. What? By then, the Taino people, their population had collapsed. Chosen by God to bring salvation to the New World? What? By then, the Taino people, their population had collapsed. Initially, there was an estimated missionaries like Bartolomé de las Casas. They refused to be enslaved. Columbus's rule was so cruel that even Spanish missionaries like Bartolomé de las Casas documented the atrocities, horrified. Las Casas wrote that Columbus's men thought nothing of knife. De las Casas documented the atrocities, horrified. Las Casas wrote that Columbus's men thought nothing of knifing Indians by 10s and 20s and cutting slices of them off to test the sharpness of their blades. Yet for Indians by 10s and 20s and cutting slices of them off to test the sharpness of their blades. Yet for centuries we've celebrated him as a hero. This is shocking. This is embarrassing. I'm horrified. Also celebrated as the man who discovered America. But America had already been discovered by Amerigo Vespucci. Amerigo Vespucci they offered him food, gold gifts. That was their mistake. Christopher Columbus opened the door of gold gifts. That was their mistake. Christopher Columbus opened the door of centuries of genocide in gold gifts. That was their mistake. Christopher Columbus opened the door of centuries of genocide, enslavement, and stolen lands.
Now, I listened to that whole thing. That whole thing is whitewashed.
No, it's not.
It is whitewash, honey.
Go check into these artifacts.
Listen.
America is named after Vespucci.
Vespucci.
The
Listen,
Italians.
listen. I know. I heard everything.
I got a record for you.
I'm gonna paint a real fact. Ain't nobody left Europe until 1492. That's why the Amerigo's Vespucci shit is a lie. They whitewashed that shit. They whitewashed it. The Moors, see, you had the...
You want me to be a Moor? I'm not no damn Moor.
Listen. I just listened to your whole video. I didn't say nothing. They whitewashed it. The Moors, see, you had the...
You want me to be a Moor? I'm not no damn Moor.
Listen. I just listened to your whole video. I didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, you had the Barbary, and you had the Berberi. The Berberi was the Moors. The Barbarians were the Germanic. The Barbary Empire, Constantinople. Go check it. And on the west side was the Iberian Peninsula, which was the Moors for Northwest Africa, which was the Berberi. Now, after we got our asses whooped, they ran back to America, Barbados, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because they had all the gold. And that's why King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella got the go-ahead from the Borgia Pope. They gave Christopher Columbus because they had all the gold. And that's why King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella got the go-ahead from the Borgia Pope. They gave Christopher Columbus the mercenaries to, hey, go track that. Go get that.
Yo, let me know when I can go.
Yeah, so he said they gave Christopher Columbus the mercenaries to hey, go track that, go get that.
Yo, let me know when I can go.
Yeah, so he said go get that. That's what he didn't want lost in all of this nursery rhyme ass whitewash shit. That the real facts is they didn't want to paint the picture of the church as being who they really are: murderers, slaughterers. You got to understand, these wars was going on all at once on the east and the west of Rome to gain rule over the Mediterranean Sea and North Africa.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
They came over here in 1492. They did not come over here. That's a lie.
Hold on, what you talking about?
The Moors.
You talking about the Moors?
Over here.
The Moors?
Yeah.
Look, all right, watch this.
Okay, watch this.
Check this out.
You're into Tartaria, you should be into
I ain't going for that. Hold up.
Tartaria means east of Rome, because we were Roman.
Okay, watch this.
Check this out.
You're into Tartaria, you should be into
I ain't going for that. Hold up.
Tartaria means east of Rome, because we were Roman history, guys. Remember, we were Roman history. Tartaria means east of Rome. Barbaria means west of Rome. That's why you have Berbers in North Africa that are black, and you have barbarians in Germany and Scandinavia that are white. It's a Roman perspective to history. Okay, so Barbaria and Tartaria are the same thing. Well, in the Barbary Wars, where America was fighting Moors, we were fighting Morocco, Mauritania, Algeria, I think, these Moorish countries. That was in the early 1800s, mid 1800s, the Barbary Wars. As soon as we won the Barbary Wars, fighting North African Moorish pirates, what happened in America? The age of piracy in South Florida. The Navy, the U.S. Navy, immediately left North Africa and came to the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean and Key West, and they enacted martial law in Key West in the name of fighting piracy. So who were these pirates that they were fighting that just popped up in Key West? Well, Florida was acquired in the late 18-teens, early 1820s, right? Officially. In 1820, there was not a single permanent resident in Key West. By 1830, Key West was the richest city in America.
Because of the gold.
How is that possible? That's crazy, dude. And we're told that it was all due to pirates that were making such good money, and shipwreckers and divers, treasure divers.
The Moors.
Yes, all these pirates were doing their taxes. If Florida, if Key West became the richest city in America, and it was the most populated city in Florida, one problem.
There go your
There
Seminoles.
was no bridge. Just the Berbers, the Seminoles, Semitic people.
Thank you.
But,
They showed up. Hold on. So you're saying
I think they moved in.
they just moved in with all their pirate booty?
It's more just that the magnifying glass went to Florida because they were fighting the Moors.
Okay.
America was fighting the Moors in North Africa. As soon as that war ended, we unofficially started fighting the Moors in South Florida.
For the gold.
Okay?
Oh, so we went in, took over, and then we're like, oh yeah, by the way, there's a lot of gold here, and now it's the richest city out there.
Yes.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah. And
Like I said, go fact check everything I'm talking about. All you gotta do is go study the American.
Oh, bro.
yeah. And
Like I said, go fact check everything I'm talking about. All you gotta do is go study the American military, and during these times when that treaty, the peace and friendship treaty, we study the American military, and during these times when that treaty, the peace and friendship treaty between Morocco and America, that's what they talking about. They chased the Moors over here to get the gold. We was all the friendship treaty between Morocco and America. That's what they talking about. They chased the Moors over here to get the gold. The Moors was always known for how they dressed in gold and pearls and all of that shit.
Yo, man, hey, man, yo, you painting a glamorous picture that ain't reality, man. Yo, I'm gonna say this before I get up out of here, man, because, like, I don't do this.
They gonna break. I can't even share it because I'm inside of the motherfucking archives, right? Pre-Columbian contact theory. Don't go get that shit right. So we gonna break. I can't even share it because I'm inside of the motherfucking archives, right? Pre-Columbian contact theories. All right. From the real Wikipedia. Listen. For the prevailing of the model which describes the all right. From the real Wikipedia. Listen. For the prevailing of the model which describes the geographic origins, all right, from the real Wikipedia. Listen, for the prevailing of the model which describes the geographic origins and early migrations of humans in the Americas, see Peeping of the Americas for further information about the native geographic origins and early migrations of humans in the Americas, see Peeping of the Americas for further information about the native in 2009. The possibility that the earliest human migration to the Americas may have been made by a travel down Pacific in 2009. The possibility that the earliest human migration to the Americas may have been made by a travel down Pacific coast contemporary with a possibility predating land migrations over the Barrier Land Bridge, which during the travel down Pacific coast contemporary with a possibility predating land migrations over the Barrier Land Bridge, which during the Glacial period during the Siberia, Alaska part of the Norse contact and the settlement with the travel of the pre-Columbian contact between the Americans and voyage of the contents of the various debated. Only a few cases with the travel of the pre-Columbian contact between the Americans and voyage of the contents of the various debated. Only a few cases of pre-Columbian contacts are widely accepted by mainstreams of the scientists and the scholars. Europe and accurate people residing on both of the sidings of the Bering Strait have frequently contact with each other in multiple artifacts traded across and have been discovered as pre-Columbian archaeologists in Alaska. It does not say nothing about these fucking Moors.
Okay.
I'm in the archives, G.
I'm glad you brought that up.
And I don't see it.
Now, who was the people that came across the Bering Strait? Guess who they was? They were Mongolians with Negroid features. I just studied this 2 days ago. I'm glad you brought that up.
Man, what?
Yeah. You crazy?
I'm very crazy. I'm very crazy.
Hey, yo, I've been mad paid. I'm about to be up out of here, right? Yo, I'm just gonna say this.
Tony, don't leave.
Nah, I gotta go. I'm over here coding right now, man. I gotta finish developing these systems. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I'm doing, and I got a client meeting coming up in like another hour, so I gotta handle this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave it like this, right? And yo, definitely, Deanna, Empress, hit my message. I'm gonna follow up with you ASAP at my earliest convenience, of course. You know what I'm saying? But let me just conclude with this, right? Yo, it's a lot of chop and screwed information out here. You got people that wanna associate themselves to a history that's not their own. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to be a Moor, my only question is, how are you related to them? You know what I'm saying? Because for me and mine, you know what I mean? I got at least 7 Aboriginal American nations that I can trace back to the 16 and 1500s. You understand? And that's based on burial grounds. I got sacred burial grounds that are actively being sabotaged and got nothing to do with no Smalls. Got nothing to do with no Europeans and none of these colonists and none of that. Ain't got nothing to do with them. Right? Now, next up is this. We got gold over here. We got all types of wealth of the world. The world's GDP primarily is derived from this American continent. That's a fact. Easy to look up. Easy to research. Right? Now, I'm concluding right now. Know who you come from. Know who you associated to. Right? Because Moors ain't got nothing to do with this other than as being colonists and invaders. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. That's all.
It.
That's it. That's all. Moors have their own history. They come from where they come from. And if people choose to be in denial about what a Moor is, like I gave the reference earlier, Marcus Aurelius. You got what's known as Aurelian Moors. This is the first instance of Moor in history, coming from foreigners. They wrote it in Greek and in Latin. Aurelius,
you know what? If they want to get technical about it, chat, y'all can go to National Humanity. Page is long, G.
Hey, Empress, do me this, right? Yo, pull up King Ferdinand letter to the Taino Arawak Indians, all right? Read that first paragraph, right? Process that, review, analyze that. Go into the rest of that, right? About knowing what you already know, right? And then when we communicate again, let's have a conversation about that, because I done published this information in multiple books.
Hey, brother, I believe you because I'm into this shit right now, and I'm looking at that the African people never came over here. They never entered the North America. I'm on a paragraph 6. That's why I just gave them the sources. Do as you please, but I'm not gonna listen.
This what I want to ask you. I'm not no TikToker. But what I'm telling you is the people that came across that Bering Strait are from Africa. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day.
Man,
you can believe that at night.
You wilding out like that,
appreciate y'all, man. Hey, much appreciate y'all, American Nations peoples. Y'all stay healthy. Y'all stay strong. Cowboy season over. Scout season is on. Tomahawk Tony, I'm out. Hey, Empress, holler at me at your convenience. Shorty,
I will, brother. I'm about to holler at you in a minute, bro. I just can't get. I'm so disappointed, bro.
Man, look. Go look up who the Mongoloid people are.
I want to see your
somebody in the chat.
Hey, chat, y'all need me to type where I just told y'all to get me.
Go look up who the Mongolians are. Go look that up.
I don't need to look them up. I'm over here.
No, go look it up.
Archive.
No, go look it up. And then you're gonna see.
Right here. This is what you.
And you're gonna see that the Mongoloid race that crossed the Bering.
I'm an American. I ain't come from no motherfucking Moor. A Moor is not in me. They don't descend with me. I don't live by that, and I'm in these motherfucking archives over here.
But you speaking their language though.
Man,
we both speaking their language right now.
Motherfucking language. I'm speaking what I'm speaking. I'm speaking me.
Man, well, who you come from? The Moors.
Man, Lawrence.
Man, y'all are so whitewashed to the bullshit, man.
Lawrence,
I'm asking a simple question. I'm asking a simple question. Somebody in the comments, go look up who the Mongols are. They gonna say people that migrated from Africa, which is the same people that crossed the Bering Strait that she reading about right now.
I'm not reading about them. I'm into
the same people.
I'm into the deeper part of it.
I know.
People, listen, I
know, sweetie. I know.
Nigga, he tripping like fuck. Lawrence done lost his motherfucking head.
Listen what I'm saying.
No.
What you just read on this archive, it said these motherfuckers crossed the Bering Strait. Now, I'm telling you to go back before that and ask who the Mongoloid people are. And it's going to say people that migrated from Africa.
Okay, A-Chat.
Y'all making shit so difficult.
Hey, Aerosol, come on up, brother. Please come on.
Y'all making shit so difficult that something so easy.
No.
Y'all don't want to accept the facts.
Aerosol up ain't on my page.
Man, y'all don't want to accept the facts, man.
I'm finna read.
Keep an open mind.
Over here.
Everybody do not be biased. Whatever you read, keep an open mind so you can weigh the options, weigh the facts.
What you mean, keep an open mind? What you mean? They need to keep an open mind with listening to what the fuck you saying and go look up this archive that I just told them.
And I'm adding on to your archive. You have to understand.
Can you say the archive again? Can you say the archive again, Empress?
Now pull up the archive.
National Humanity Centers.org. It's the Settles of American.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, go on in there, sister. Who that? Risky. Y'all go on and fact check, Risky. Go on to National Humanities Center.org and then look for the Settles of Americans beginning. and you gonna see this paper right here. What I screenshotted, man. It don't say nothing about no Moors. All this to do with the Spanish. The Isabella,
the Spanish or the
Jamestown.
Moors. What are you talking? Y'all lost, bro.
No.
Y'all lost. Y'all hate yourselves so much. Y'all dissing y'all own people that died. Like
man,
for
not my
us.
motherfucking people. I don't know them people. I know
Man, that's crazy. How you think Egypt was over here?
Yeah,
like, y'all
his people. He just wants somebody to be a Moor.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying let's fact check everything.
I'm fact checking. I just
and you just read. You literally just read that these Asiatic people crossed the Bering Strait. 2 days ago, I just looked this up. I asked a specific question.
Dog, they came over here.
Can I finish saying what I'm saying?
Yeah, they count. Yeah,
but can I finish saying what I'm saying, though?
Listen at what you're saying,
I don't think that's fair.
Lawrence, listen at what you're saying. Of course, we the Indians. They came over here doing the same motherfucking thing your ass talking about.
All I'm saying is, I just want to finish saying what I'm saying. I will be quiet. You spit what you just spit, right? All I'm asking is for everyone to what she's reading about the people that crossed the Bering Strait, which are the Mongoloid people. All I'm saying is,
but I'm not our motherfucking
can I finish? Can I finish saying what I'm saying?
Oh, Lawrence, I ain't never felt like this about you. I can't believe it.
All I'm saying is, go ask ChatGPT or whoever the fuck you need to go ask to fact check what I'm saying. Ask this motherfucker who are the Mongoloid race. It's going to say people that migrated from Africa, which is the same motherfuckers that crossed the Bering Strait that she's reading right now.
I'm not from no Africa.
I just looked this up on my mama 2 days ago.
It's crazy.
I just looked this up 2 days ago.
We not Africans. We not the same as them.
Man, listen. Look, fact check on your own people. I'm not disregarding.
Did any of y'all ever get into the archives what I'm talking about right now?
I didn't disregard nothing this woman or that other brother was.
I'm still looking.
And on this panel.
And you got to allow dialogue. You got to, because people love it. Like last week or week before last, paperwork in Sterling, they were going back and forth about that out of Africa. That shit was good. Like everybody was like tuned in on it. It was good, you know.
Yeah, bro,
but yeah,
we coming through like that. Every time I come through, it's a.
That's the biggest problem we're having. They use legalese to turn something that wasn't ours into ours and then toast it to a color and culture. Now we run around thinking we black because they think it's a color. That is our biggest problem.
Shit retarded, Blue. I don't even know, man. I can't even call this shit. I can't.
You know what's the biggest problem when a nigga ready to call himself FBA?
Yeah, that's
so you a foundational goddamn Slav, okay? You a foundational no standing in law, no standing in the United States of America. Your ass is dead at sea. You a foundational dead at sea nigga.
Yeah,
still no standing in law.
When a nigga tell me that, when a nigga tell me that, so for real, I know you sipped up in the body bag. I know you sipped up in the bag. They sipped the bag when you can't tell me that shit, nigga. Looking at you like, damn, nigga, they about to come and pick you up. They about to have the ambulance, not even the coroner truck about to come pick y'all niggas up.
Nah, I think what they do,
come pick you up.
I think they trying to make a big ass push and tying this shit to Africa. You gonna look up and all these FBAs gonna be more Science Temple niggas. They all gonna be goddamn neutralized into goddamn North Africa. Let them keep playing.
Yeah, I've been listening to you about that shit. You've been dropping that shit for a few days, man. I've been listening to you about that, bro. Niggas gotta stop playing jurisdictional games. I don't want to play the jurisdictional games.
See, that's the thing about this. If you sit here long enough, somebody's gonna come tell your ass the truth. There's always somebody that was almost getting ready to go through that process, and they seen what we seen, like, hell to the fuck no, nigga, I ain't going to Washington, D.C. and neutralizing myself. What the fuck you mean? I'm going to toss it into the land. Why I got to go neutralize? And that's when a lot of people walk away. A lot of people walk away from them when it's time to go neutralize in Washington, D.C., and they walk away from that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm cool on all that shit. Like, I'm just glad. Now I know, like, when I was coming up, I used to always feel like, yo, you know, this is the whole era where niggas see people on Indian time. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas always been on Indian time, so this is not for talking to them. I'm just talking about before the general public is really on Indian time like this. You know, I used to certain shit, you know, more science, simple shit.
It's finna get dropped anyway, so I'm glad you left before I was able to get that button.
You can never get rid of that. Ever. You can never get rid of what you just seen. You have to realize that there were people here millions of years before you're even talking about this. You see what I'm saying? Okay. One of the oldest artifacts that we can find as of today in North America is the Bilboa Mounds in Savannah, Georgia, outside Savannah, Georgia. We're talking over 5,000 years ago, bro. And this is what, that's about two ages ago, over 2 ages ago. So when you're talking about the Moors, you're talking about something that you're talking about from 1400, bro. And I'm trying to let you know that there were actual people with evidence that were here before any of that you're talking about, any of the knowledge that you're talking about. And I'm not downgrading you because you got beautiful knowledge, bro. And you're totally correct now on a lot of things. But you have to realize that there were people here before any of that you're talking about that predates anything in Africa. Follow me? Hello? Are you still there?
Hey, if he not, I am, because...
Beat my mic. Yeah, I was trying to talk to you. I was saying I never disrespect my elders. And for the most part, I would never disrespect no woman or no brother or sister of mine. I just find how people get so irritated when Moors come up. Like,
no, bro, we're not because we know you. It's a fact what you're saying, but it's also a fact that's in a certain time in a certain era. But what I'm saying is they are not the original people on the land.
I'm not saying that either.
Okay, I'm glad you're not. So we're on the same point. So
yeah, I'm not talking about. That's what I was trying to tell them, but I was getting cut off, and trying to meet common ground for proper dialogue. But when Moors come up, people get uptight like Moors. Like you don't even understand who Moors is.
Only thing about that is you're saying I do understand because they do tie into a lot of things that happen here on this land that we're on.
All these big ass ancient buildings that everybody's seeing, that's more shit. These pillars on the White House and all of that, that's more.
Okay,
building.
yeah, I do. We can go with that. We can go with that. You see, you have to realize this, bro. The knowledge didn't come from over there. It came from the indigenous people of this land. Right. And you have to realize that this land was already populated millions of years ago, hundreds of thousands of years ago, before you can expect and even take up any type of idiom or any type of knowledge from Northern Africa or the Mediterranean. We have stuff here in North America that predates everything you're talking about.
I totally agree. I totally agree with you.
Right.
We're saying the same thing. Y'all saying I'm stuck on only the Moors. I was trying to talk about the whole bigger picture. You just seem like you're the only person that see what I'm saying.
Right. Let me land my plane too, because I'm feeling you on that now, bro. I'm feeling you with it, and now you're interjecting exactly the truth that we're talking about. This is what this whole panel is. Spirit warrior empress. This is what they understanding about. This is understanding about. This is. They contributed to it, but you have to realize most of the things that was already implemented, or the things that were already indigenous to this land,
had been here thousands and thousands of years before any Spanish Inquisition, before even Spain was there.
Hey, Spirit Water, could you put me on the big screen right quick?
Right.
This why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking.
Right. You just was telling people that, you know, you're respecting everybody and we're respecting you as well. So I'm just finna land the plane and let you go ahead on. But before I do that, we're in agreement and with the whole live that there were people here before.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Don't lie, y'all.
There we go.
No, they're not.
Like South America, they're not.
Hey, listen, go look up where the Olmecs come from. If I'm lying, kick me off the panel right now.
Well, you finna get kicked off. You finna get kicked off because Africa, it's a lot.
Look it up.
The Olmecs are the indigenous people, man.
The Olmecs are the ones that came from.
No, man, my husband over here is totally disagreeing with you. We not no motherfucking.
Listen, the Olmecs gave birth to the Aztec and the Mayans. They are from fucking Africa. If I'm lying, kick me off the panel. Do what you gotta do. Kick me off the panel if I'm lying.
Okay, listen to this, bro. Can I?
I studied this shit.
Can I ask you a question on this? Okay, can I ask you a question since you studied this, like you're saying? What is the oldest thing in Africa?
I ain't talking about necessarily Africa. I'm talking about the bloodline of South America, Central America. You know what I'm saying? Cool. The whole world was called Asia at one point in time, being citizen of Mother Earth. You know what I'm saying? See, because y'all think I'm talking about Africa this, and I'm Pan-African. That's not what I'm saying.
You gotta be.
I'm not. If you let me finish saying what I'm saying, I'm not. That's why I keep asking the brother to put me on the big screen so I can I'm trying to make my point. I keep getting cut off.
Yeah, turn him on to the big screen.
You jumped in and you didn't answer the question, bro. My question is, what's the oldest object or oldest anything in Africa, sir?
I don't know. It ain't the pyramids of Giza.
Okay, right. You just answered totally correct, because when you don't know something, you don't know. It's best to say you don't know so you can give the information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the pyramids of Giza, that came 13,000 years ago. The mounds over here in America, the mounds over here in America was before the pyramids of Giza.
Hey, this guy 30 minutes the entire conversation. Right? Like, yo, I'm randomly on TikTok. I appreciate y'all live. Like, you know, what the CCIN is doing, you know, Empress Diana and everybody, your whole squad. This guy has disrupted the original subject matter. I know we got into history. I know we're discussing certain things. Facts have already been presented, right? This right here is all the way off subject because it's not even factual. These are his claims that have already been established by members of the CCIN that are not accurate. I'm not a member of CCIN, and I'm saying it's not accurate.
Right. It's totally not accurate.
And to the audience, to the listeners, right? For me, having a background with dealing with audiences and listeners, this is offensive. Especially when you know your heritage and you appreciate good information and you got somebody presenting confusion. I mean,
Well, you know, the thing about that, sir, is I let him know that, you know, there were things that predate anything over there in Africa. So when you look at that aspect of it right there, I'm just going to land the plane. Let me land my plane. Let me land my plane right now. What I'm talking about is there are things that predate Africa here, and you can't deny that. He agreed to that as well. So what is he talking about? What are we talking about?
He's gone now. He's gone now.
He was dropped. Thank you. Actually, what are we talking about? Let's get back to what you're saying.
Okay,
that's what I was saying.
Lawrence, I dropped you, Lawrence, because for one, I got the receipt. The Olmecs did not come from no goddamn Africa or no South America.
Okay. Come on.
Okay. So I got the receipts, now. So when you start to talk about my bloodline, you want to really get technical, nigga. You talking about Yahoo to them. Yeah.
Man, burn them.
Man, what the fuck is you saying? I'm from Alabama. I ain't from no Africa.
Hey, get him. Stop it.
What the fuck is wrong with you? The OMAX. So what you trying to say to people in goddamn Arkansas, the Sphinx? What you trying to say about the Grand Canyon?
Wrong. Man, we over here trying to secure our future, and here we go with somebody trying to take us away from our present and future, our past, present, and future. Talking about some old Mex is African. I said mixed tech and toe text, right? Mixed tech and toe
Hey,
text.
ask him what scholar wrote that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Come on,
What
man.
scholar gave you that shit? Because when it predated back here.
That's it. When it predates, and that's it.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all Moors?
None. He have none other than that. In that little ship that they came in on, they can go back on that ship.
Man, one thing I know you ain't gonna do is tell me who the fuck I am and what I. Well, listen here, baby. You talking about you do this shit, nigga? My daddy is a whole FBI agent. I know my motherfucking bloodline. I'm telling you. If anybody want to know, the NASI system, the blood bank, is what holds and freezes your blood. Because you predate back to these Egyptians and Phoenicians. What is wrong with me?
Yo, for the fact, like I said, I've been punishing Smalls for years. I got over 10 years punishing Smalls online, documented, right? Let me tell you something. Like I said earlier, I done dealt with the best of the Smalls. They said they best at me. And I'm talking about those beyond the Taj Tariq Bey and them. Right? Let me tell you something. When I dropped that Marcus Aurelian situation, 2nd century BC, right? That's when they get to stumbling and fumbling. Easy. I'm ready to pull it out my back pocket. Easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you, bro. But the funniest thing about that, right, is not a goddamn Moor get up here and say anything. It's always our kind that give way to this damn theology that they got, and it's false. And I tell them, I says that the only thing I tell them is, listen, there's shit here on this land that we own that predates all of that shit you talking about. And who were the people that were there that predates all that shit you talking about? They don't know. That kills them right off. So we can go ahead and move on. That shit he talking about is gone.
So check this out. The Olmec civilization developed indigenously on the North America continent, Mesoamerica, from the earlier native society of the indigenous people, not from Africa, not from Europe or Asia. This is not an opinion. This is based on truth. Hold up. The Olmec civilization flourished roughly through the 400 BC was now southern of the southeasterns of the North America that was reclassified later on to southern Mexico. Persuasion of the tobacco. The Olmec started the tobacco of the geographic to the North America. Thano Lorenzo, La Venta, Trazoptos, all these fucking places, earlier local villages, Olmec cities, same tools, environment over time, the civilization that connects to the line of the Sphinx. Who is you playing with?
They in the wrong lane, man. He jumped on the wrong panel, man. That's all I'm saying. He jumped on the wrong panel, and it made me, like, I'm on break right now while I'm still working, getting ready to deal with a client. And, you know, I appreciate y'all, what y'all doing on here. Yo, Tyrone DeYoung in the building. Yo, good luck. Man, hey. Nah, yo, just stay solid, man. Don't give these operatives time to speak when y'all doing y'all thing. And I'm saying this to y'all. Y'all the collective, the CCIN. Yo, y'all keep it solid. Don't give them no time. Y'all stay on y'all mission. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got people listening to y'all. You know what I mean? Don't allow no confusion. Don't enable no confusion. Yo, this dude said Africans came across the Bering Strait. What? The Bering Strait is a theory. These alleged Native Americans, being Native American, is trying to claim Bering Strait, and it don't work. Talk about some 20, 30,000 years ago, and it don't work scientifically, anthropologically, archaeologically. It don't work. I done studied all of this over the years. Certainly, I'm not an anthropologist or archaeologist, but certainly I have taken time to study who came up with this theory. That's what I've done. Who came up with these theories?
The scholars. The scholars came up with these theories because they was actually taking over the melanated people of the society, of the sharecrop, of the corn, of the tobacco, and turned everything from the melanated people into a business, into a corporation, to governor.
And foundations as well. Don't exclude the foundations. You know what I mean? Like, before I got off Empress Diana, let me share this to you once again. And to the listeners, it's primarily for the listeners. Pull up King Ferdinand's letter to the Taino Arawak Indians. That's 15th century literature documented at the Vatican. That's a letter they wrote to people that's Indians. Taino Arawak Indians, and mind you, Taino is a greeting. Talk to the people coming from the Caribbean. Taino is a greeting. You say Taino the same way we say Halito Osio. They say Taino. You know what I'm saying? The people are Arawak, Caribs, Garifuna, and a list of other nations of people. You know what I mean? And they wrote this letter to these Indians saying that, Christians, Moors, Jews, St. Peter is their leader. That's their governor. That's their God. It didn't say anything about for Indians, Arawaks.
Hey, you know what's hidden in one of those hidden books? Now that you just got me, I don't supposed to be saying this, but Adam and Eve predates from where? The gopher tree grows where? Florida. Adam and Eve were the motherfucking Aboriginal Taino Negro. I got a newspaper article. I've been sharing it with my group already.
On Genesis 1 and 2. In addition to
we're going to be removing monitoring spirits. Take a deep breath in, exhale and release. You know those energies that surround you, they're always worried about what you're doing. They want to jump and get your ideas and sabotage you from doing yours or dismiss you. We're going to just be doing some blockages against that. So first, they will be revealed. It's going to be very clear who these people are. It will surprise you, and you have to be open and okay with understanding that some of these people need to be removed from your inner circle or surrounding you, that you don't need them the way that you think you do. And there are plenty of people who care for you and treat you with value. Second thing is, you need to have more respect for yourself. You have to protect yourself. This gift inside of you is going to grow. It's going to flourish. That's why you keep on attracting people who want that energy. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. Release. Let them go. You're protected. We're going to move that.
you wanna come and ride with Tommy, baby, ride with me. If you wanna come and ride with me, take a ride. You see how I bust a brand new Cardi, baby, Next I'm finna go petit for D, going back. They don't wanna know where they shouldn't have started, baby. Started gon' quit the dance on my beats up my.
Y'all, I did not know I was light skinned. I just came to this realization late last year.
Yo, peace and blessings, family. I just want to say real briefly in regards to the topic in the post that I posted with Killer Mike and Cam Newton. I noticed that in the comments, there are a lot of people, or I ain't gonna say a lot, there are a good number of people though, that make the comment about they know that, well, they said that's not everybody's situation, that some people actually have to get it on their own, like ain't nobody to help them. And what I do know and accept that everybody's situation is different. Everybody has their own unique dynamic going on. But because of how I know and believe Allah created the universe, He created us where we are interrelated, with a nature to where we have to interact with another human being. You know how you got some people say, I'm antisocial? Well, that goes against your nature. If you ever notice how even people who say that, they interact with somebody some kind of way, whether it be through video games and they on the, on the headset, or whether it be through social media, you know what I'm saying, which is the new easiest way for people to interact with other human beings, right? But I guarantee you, you talk to somebody. It is actually a scientifically proven fact that if a person is isolated, that their brain actually begins to deteriorate. So anyway, with that being said, if you think about like this here, right, even when it comes to business or you being successful financially in any endeavor,
raised by a single mom.
Who, me?
You.
No. I don't do that shit.
Talk to me.
No.
Like,
I was raised in a family. My mother had me when she was 16 years old. My father was 19 years old.
Okay.
They broke up at some point. My father went on to serve some time in the Atlanta Police Department. My mother went on to become a florist, open her own business. My mother married my second father. I got two dads, Michael and Anthony. Both of these men are my fathers. I don't make no separation. I got a bio, non-bio in case it was blood transfusion time. But both of these men love me. They both still alive. They both still pouring to me. They call their son on a weekly basis, just like I call my children. So I don't have the typical, I didn't have nobody. And most people who say that full of shit. Most black people are raised in a big blended family. Even if your mother or father are not there, you have an aunt or a network of people around you, aunts and uncles that raised you. So I was raised in a big blended family. I was raised by my grandparents on a daily basis. So I had a mother and a father on a daily basis. I was raised with two of my five sisters on a daily basis. I had a relationship with all five of my sisters. And I was raised in a big conglomerate of aunties and uncles that had as much say and reign over me as my grandparents did. So I've never felt alone. I never felt unconfident. I never felt incompetent, and if I was, I got told to get up and try hard to do it again. Yes, so I didn't come from dire circumstance in that capacity. I came from a proud working class background.
Yes, sir. I could dig.
Man, I can really appreciate that he said that, because Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings, family.
So you becoming your own counsel, you being your best counsel, your most reliable counsel, is one of the most productive things you can do. But I say that with also.
Yo.
This is a stick up.
We're here with our black-owned businesses.
I find who I gave you what you need. I know what you like. I really for me. Tell me something, yes.
Because what I'm about to tell you will bring you anything good.
I have ran to America. Shout out to grandson. Because he still kept his indigenous phenotype. Because granddad said, you ain't gonna why you watch me.
Maybe you think it's cute, but girl, I'm not impressed. I tell you one time only with my business, please don't mess with you. Look at all these rumors surrounding me every day.
was some circumstances that happened after the fact with other people that he talked to that opened our eyes up to why he probably felt the way that he did. Even the way that he approached it, he didn't ask for anybody else. There's a lot of people visible on social media. To offer a tip to a business owner was crazy. That was the other thing too, is like he really thinks Walt is like this helpless guy who needs his help. How are you going to tip a business owner? Tip the whole staff.
I want to give this to Walter. Okay. He specifically said his name to ask me a couple of questions. To ask him a couple of questions, I meant to say. That's how he presented it. He didn't say, hey, I want to give y'all this, and in the meantime, can I talk to Walter and Nick or whatever? He literally asked for him only and said he want to give him that amount of money.
Even Reynaldo or Butcher Bill or someone that's visible, Walter French, anybody else, it would have felt like it was coming from a place that we would have accepted, but we're blessed that we have this following. Yeah, you want me to cut it short? Sorry, brother.
Hey, look here. I like you to some kind of way.
At least he got a job. Oh, they bought him a Benz. Y'all don't know their relationship. Shut up, man. The problem with our community is when we try to save somebody or try to liberate somebody from a situation that they in, y'all always come through and say somebody hate. Ain't nobody hating on Unc. We see that Unc being used and we don't like it. Lord forbid we call something out. And it's sad because a lot of black men gonna fall into the same cycle that they granddaddy fell into, they great-granddaddy fell into, they great-great-great-granddaddy fell into, all because you don't want to wake up. Yes, Unc life. Unc can do what he want to do, man, but that still don't take away from the fact that Unc being used in that restaurant, man. Now, I wish Unc the best of luck in whatever he doing, his future endeavors, whatever. You get what I'm saying? But don't suppress your big dreams for the dreams of other people, bro. That's the lesson in this shit, man. My grandma always told me you learn from your examples. You don't follow your examples. Now, I'm going to let Calvin Candy and Steven run Candyland however they want to, and I'm going to just be happy for Unc, but get...
So, let me get this straight. You're telling me that Mr. Tenderism don't own the restaurant that has gone viral because of the meat falls off of the bone?
Boy, look here. This is tenderism at its best.
And that this man is the owner? So this whole time, we thought Unc was the one who was getting the profits, the benefits, the financial rewards, but yet it's the owner. Unc ain't nothing but the mascot. Unc ain't nothing but the face of the restaurant. Unc got the secret recipe. Now that Keith Lee exposed them in an indirect way because God works in mysterious ways. Let me tell you what happened in case you missed it for the people in the back. Keith Lee, the famous food reviewer, went to the restaurant to try the food for the first time and to also leave Unc a $4,000 tip. But Mr. Tenderism was busy and security said no.
I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life.
And then after the fact, the owner found out what happened. And then he made a video.
If I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there. That's what I would have done. But ever since I reached out to him, I've gotten zero response.
That video looked like a hostage situation.
We thought he was a regular customer, so we treated him like a bag of dog shit.
And that's how all of this came to the light. So now we have learned that Unc ain't nothing but the cook. We at least thought that he was a partner.
I hope and I pray that he's getting compensated handsomely.
How much is Unc making? Did Unc at least get a $25,000 bonus for all the money that has come into this restaurant? So let me explain why people are upset and this story is going viral. It's because this is way too familiar to people like us, where we don't get the credit, but we doing all the work in the back. And so now, effective immediately, this restaurant is canceled. The 15 minutes of fame is over, baby. Because now we all know the truth. Who's really banking from this restaurant? And it ain't Mr. Tenderism. So if
The police say a dispute that began on social media escalated into a daily confrontation inside of a Baton Rouge home. According to the Baton Rouge...
Zero the Crooked. I know y'all been waiting on this here. Yeah. Shit.
Want to start your own club?
The stolen land. The stolen land. The stolen land. The stolen land. I'm screaming murder, murder.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
You know what, brother? If you were to walk into any mosque in America and you just laid your hands on the first person or the third person or the fifth person that you see, you realize that you're laying your hands on a Native American? I believe there were only 8% of the slaves that came to America. So how is it that there are so many more people that they claim are black or African American? I think they got the numbers wrong because a lot of Native Americans are the ones that they're counting as black folks too.
Well, we're really one.
Yeah.
We're not going to let them count this is Native American, this is black. Hell no. We are the original people of the earth.
I saw everybody doing the soul.
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. You could run, but you can't hide forever.
Guys coming up and
turn any photo into.
That's me and you. Just because you don't have no money, please don't ever say you broke. Your soul is worth $1 billion. Do your purpose. Watch the money flow. You never post the phone.
Stop rolling the dice on AI video.
It was prison. There was a prison contract for the NOI, and they was smuggling contraband via the Quran. He cut that off. Contract for the NOI, and they was smuggling contraband via the Quran. He cut that off. This is about, I want to say like 6-7 years ago. You can run a search for that. ChatGPT will find it. You know what I'm saying? But like, these are the facts, these are the realities, whereas these operatives have been working and they will play on your mind if you let them. And that's why I'm like, fuck a s'more. I'm not going to entertain no s'more. And let me just give y'all background why I call them s'mores, right? So y'all heard what a s'more is, right? The definition of a s'more? It is chocolate, and I call it GMO chocolate, between a graham cracker, GMO graham cracker, with some pale marshmallows, and then you put some fire to it, and that's how you make a s'more. You understand? I just wanted to
run the definition down again after all these years. This is my first time running it down on TikTok, but I ran it down some years ago. But anyway, that's how you make it small. And why is that the definition? It's because that's what they've done historically. Small's crossbreed.
But you know what? Now that you say that, you know that them Moors, right? They was sleeping with them Africans. So that's probably why he feel like that.
Hold on. No, it get iller. Hold on. So, from an anthropological perspective, right? Like, when you get to study anthropology and all of that?
Yeah, Samuel Morton did the study on our people and said that we was not the same as them fucking Africans.
That's the American race, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now when it comes to them, we talking about some Neanderthals, some Cro-Magnon, some Denisovians, some Australopithecus, some Kenyanthropicus, and a whole bunch of various species that had nothing to do with us. We was good. We had nothing to do. How can we benefit from them? Just like right now, in 2026, how can we benefit from an African, for example? How can we anyway, back to anthropology. They've been crossbreeding and invading and colonizing amongst themselves for thousands of years. Got nothing to do with us over here. And at the same time, why would our ancestors, like, let's say we're 30,000 years ago today, right? To 30,000 years in the future. Why would we want anything from them when they ain't got nothing for us? We got everything. We good. Our water's still fresher in 2026.
Hey, you know what? The same thing that you saying, I ask everybody this right here. If we were so much of them, why Trump ain't built that bitch up? We should be over there running wild.
Yo, why you got characters like a Umar trying to run a Garvey play and it ain't working? And for the dummies that want to go for that, guess what? They tell stories of how they got fucked up, huh?
Yeah.
You see how that work?
Yeah, because Dr. Umar, you better hear his name.
Umar, right?
Umar. Mm-hmm.
Schumacher. He's a Schumacher. Ain't that German? Ain't that German?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, come on, like, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, as Americans, all we gotta do is just know our heritage, know our bloodline, know our people. You know what I'm saying? Once you got that together, and you got the land together, you got the people in the land together. Hey, get into the legal aspect of things. Get into the advocacy aspect of things. Get your people together because, the foreigners want to be you. You don't want to be the foreigner, do you? How many people you know that come from a strong line of wild Indians, right? Because it's a lot of wild Indians. I'm saying that generally. It's a lot of us. We wild. We ain't with the bullshit, you heard? Hey, how many of us is going to stay solid and firm regardless? We maintain the highest standards of honor, dignity, and integrity. We maintain that. We don't accept losses. We don't do that. We not leaving our land. We not changing our identity. We not crossbreeding or none of that. We not doing that. It's not in us to do it. Wow. It's this ancient blood right here. That's what it is. This ancient blood. I'm just saying what I'm saying.
And you know what? That's why our men, not nothing towards you, but this is why these men are totally effed up. I'm seriously. Because of this type of shit right here.
Colonization's a motherfucker shit.
And get with these YT folks, and then you push something, then you totally, it's like the same shit. Like, bro, listen, this shit just crazy.
You show you.
Stop rolling the dice on AI.
Change is a warning of what's coming.
What's coming, Barry?
Technology. See, what we see today is just the taking off of it. It's still coming. Technology is going to replace human beings. Unless you know how to program a computer or how to fix one, you're going to be in trouble in that area. In our industry, the industry has changed. Studios going out of business every day in Hollywood because technology has taken it from the big studio to a little space. Something new is happening in the 80s, just for you, but you can't get lazy. All you do is just make up your mind that you're gonna do something. The key to life is your attitude. Make sure you're doing what you want to do. You know how many people go to college for 4 or 5 years and get out and never do? Change is a warning of what's coming.
What's coming, Barry?
Technology.
Here.
With that, the 2025 season comes to an
With all my heart, I love you, baby. Stay with me, and you will see my hands will always.
Yo, somebody's been lying, but we're about to get to the bottom of it. Would you believe me if I told you that America has connections with Egypt that have been hidden from you purposely? Because that truth would explain how divine America truly is. Not only do the Americas actually contain more pyramid structures than the rest of the planet combined, an honest search through history will show us that there are Egyptian deities directly connected with America, the Promised Land. I need you to stay to the end, all right? Watch this. Before we dive into the depths of this theory, it is important to realize that many of the divine truths that were hidden throughout history are hidden because they reference ancient America. The goddess Hathor, who was replaced with Venus by the Romans, was originally an American goddess. Pay attention. When you study all of these ancient myths, you will more than likely find a ball of confusion, gods and goddesses with many different names, associations, husbands, and wives. The Most High is not the author of confusion, and the confusion that exists within these mythologies comes from stolen and revised information. Hathor is the Lady of the West, and also the Lady of the Sycamore Tree. The sycamore tree being native to America. These locations specifically. And of course, those locations connect with the Mississippian territory. Would you believe me if I told you that one of the most successful ways that they made us confused about everything that happened in history is because they took the woman out of history? They lied about the women in history. Would you believe me if I told you that? The world is unbalanced because all we know about is the father. Nobody gives reference to the mother. Sick. Speaking of mother, Hathor is the mother of Apis, the sacred bull, who, just like another son, was sacrificed and reborn. So a lot of people are talking about the return of the matriarchy, and I'd like to give another point of view or perspective on what that could truly be and where it could be spoken of before now. But hold fast what you have till I come, and who overcomes and keeps my works until the end, to him I will give power over nations. Okay? He shall rule them.
Our ancestors were never illiterate.
So there were a lot of different languages that existed on this continent. And by this continent, I'm talking about Canada, North America, South America, and all the islands, right? The kings of Mayat, like those of Egypt, Chaldea, India, China, Peru, etc., took upon themselves the title of children of the sun, all right? And in a boasting spirit, that of the strong, the vigorous sun. Now the word kin is the Mayan word for sun. Now let me show you how we use the languages that we thought were erased, right? It's just a part of us. It's in our spirit to use these words. Kinfolk. I know you heard it before. People of the sun.
Your ancestors were never illiterate.